For sure. Hi guys, my name is Anna, and I'm head of ASO Consulting Department in AppFollow company. So here I am today with my kind of a colleague, Johannes. Now, Mike is yours.
Sure. Yeah, my name is Johannes. I'm one of the co-founders of Grow First, an app marketing agency based in Munich, in Germany. And we're doing ASO, but also a lot of user acquisition on Facebook, on Google, on Apple Search Ads, and yeah, growth and retention consulting in the app. And ASO is a big part of our services, and we're using AppFollow for this, of course. And that's because I'm here and try to say you a lot of yeah, things about ASO.
Cool. So I think we need to say a couple of words about today's agenda. So first of all, we would like to speak a little bit what ASO is and why it is important. And we already received some requests from you guys with the app links. So we will pick these apps by a randomizer and we'll do a live ASO audit for you. Also, we prepared just one app each of us prepared an audit earlier. So we will start with it and then goes with the live session. Also, we would pick up some apps from the chat. So don't be shy. Send us the links. We will pick them up again with a random thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I will start with my prepared app, and I saw Anthony in the chat, who is the growth product manager of this app from Pictorine. It's called Photo Print, and I will share my screen to give you a little bit of an insight into the AppFollow dashboard. But first, a little bit of an introduction to ASO, because I'm not sure if everyone is likewise familiar with it. ASO is not only keyword optimization, as someone might think who is new to the service. It's also, especially in 2019, a lot of visibility coming from browse traffic, so like features or like top charts, maybe similar apps. So you have to be a little bit more holistic approaching ASO. And even if you don't drive any traffic through the visibility in the app stores, it's very important to get your product page straight in order to drive up conversion for maybe UA channels or other marketing measures you have in place. So this synergy between user acquisition and ASO is very important. So I think every app owner, every app developer has at some point to pay attention to ASO. Okay. You can see my screen. So I will go through the 3 channels where you can drive up visibility at the example of photo print. And the first one obviously is features, very important for Apple, but also for Google. And in the AppFollow dashboard, you have a really nice way to search for past features, but also for future features, at least one day. And to see which apps getting featured and if you will be getting featured or have been featured in the past. You can type any app here. I did this already for photo print. There's nothing to see, at least for the last 90 days. And the app is, you can see it here, very, very well received. So ratings are really good. 30K at, I guess, 4.8 stars. So the product seems to be very good. And those obviously are apps Apple and Google maybe want to feature. And the feature contact form on Apple is maybe a little bit more public than the one on Google. But Google also has something called featuring nomination. I will post the link into the chat after this. And you can, just fill out this form, just say, okay, I have an app. matching the guidelines, the material ones, and also the policy practices and all that kind of stuff. And then saying your company info and what your app is about and all that kind of stuff, and just submit it to Google in order to get a feature of your own. At least if you don't know anyone personal at Google, that's a really good idea. Just to submit your app on this contact form a little bit in advance. Maybe you have an update or a seasonal, very important day where your app might be a good fit for a feature. Yeah. The second thing where you can drive up visibility is top charts, and also on AppFollow you can watch the top charts ranking here. I'm on the US page right now, and I'm seeing the app is in shopping free, and for the time more or less on place 100, a little bit more, a little bit above, a little bit under it. 100 is very low, as you might know, because you have to scroll a little bit to get there. And maybe you can check if there's another category which fits to your app and is a little bit less competitive than shopping, because shopping is one of the biggest categories in the store on Google and also on Apple. And maybe there's something like photography or lifestyle who has a little bit less competition, and therefore you can rank up higher in the top charts without changing anything else than the category. And browse traffic is, as I said earlier, really important in these days. The third thing would be keywords, so visibility in search. I did a really quick keyword analysis on this app. Usually it takes like a couple of hours to do this, but I spent like 10 minutes on it, just with AppFollow's features like keyword spy and keyword research and all that stuff. And I have to say that you're pretty, the rankings are looking pretty good on this, but maybe there might be some improvements with further indexing and metadata. Because you're mentioning a little bit photo and maybe prints and stuff like that in the title and in the short description, but they're missing some keywords who might be interesting, like services or free shipping and all that kind of stuff, who might help you to rank up higher for these keywords. So avoid duplications and don't waste space with keywords who are not important for the algorithm, because conversion is not that important on Google Play, at least for the description, so short description and long description. The title a little bit more, because you have to pay attention to what is shown in the search, because there are no screenshots or videos like on Apple. But you can more or less focus on keywords if they are not confusing the user what the app is about. But because it's also named photo print, I think there's not that much danger on it. Yeah. Okay, for the visibility part, so the product page, the graphics, I really like the video you uploaded on YouTube and did on Google Play. But I have a little bit of a problem with the promo banners, the feature graphic, which is used here. You can see it's Walgreens with a big branding and 1 hour photo prints at Walgreens. I would do a little bit less branding because then you have more room to give this claim, which is really good, I think. 1 hour photo, that's a bold statement. It's kind of USP. You can assist with a little bit of a graphical kind of approach to the promo banner, and then attract the user more on the product page, because you're giving up really much space, and it's all just 2-3 colors. Maybe you can spice it up a little bit, at least for an A/B test, and then see what the what the test results are there. And maybe you can show the product as well. So, I mean, the app is one thing, and it has to be good to attract the user. But the really important thing is the product, which he will have in hand afterwards. So maybe this is one thing you can also include on this promo banner, and you can't see it really good here. But if you look it up on a device, this promo banner will take up almost the whole screen on the product page. So it's really important if you upload a video. This may change in a few weeks because Google also will have an autoplay feature. So playing the video without sound on the product page, then the promo banner becomes obviously useless. But for now, I would take care of it. And for the screenshots, you maybe could show some more features because it's like a little bit duplicated here. You have the claim also on the screenshots, which is already on the promo banner. And you're given a lot of space until there comes the first feature of this app. So people have to scroll and really look deep into the product page to see the first feature. And also, you're not using every slot. So you have 8 slots. You should be using all of them for the explorative users. So for them who are really into like looking, okay, what is the kind of app, because they want to try it before they want to try it. Might be a good idea to use the other 4 slots. And the last thing is you have to pay attention to the captions because here on my screen, they look pretty big, but on the device with the new Google Play layout, they are really, really small. And also this this hairline caption style is not readable on the product page. You really have to tap into the screenshot to see it. And really a few people are doing this. So I would focus on short captions, a little bit bigger, maybe the device a little bit more to the bottom of the screen, in order to help the user to guide his eyes through this screenshot set. Yeah, I think that's it. Maybe there are some suggestions you can work with.
Thank you, Johannes. Very good audit, actually. I think guys can find a lot of useful things from this. So let us continue. Let me share my screen. Wait. Just like why I'm trying to share my screen, just a couple things want to add about the ASO itself. As Johannes already told, ASO is not only keywords optimizations, etc., but it also a very huge work with graphic. Why I'm telling this is just because like I work in this sphere almost 5 years, and despite the fact that ASO industry is becoming more and more popular year by year, I'm still asked, especially by game developers actually, like why should I care about my app page? Why should I care about how it looks like if almost 70% of traffic, like my traffic comes from the paid sources and paid channels? So the answer is very easy. It's all about installs and revenue. The more installs you have, the more revenue you gain. So, and this graphic optimization is very important for all sources of traffic. So if you are A/B testing a lot, if you're working on your graphic aspects, so you can increase your conversion rate for all paid and organic traffic channels. Just a quick remark. So let us start with my audit. Guys, can you see my screen with the AppFollow dashboard?
Looks good.
Cool. So let us start. I pick up Audio Fix app. I hope the guys from this company are here today with us. I will focus on App Store by today. So here we can see the app page. Guys have a video. It's a screencast, all how Apple's like. And we are coming to metadata, first of all. So here we can see the app name and the subtitle. The first thing I want to mention is that the video request is duplicated in app name and subtitle. For App Store, it is not necessary to duplicate these words in this metadata fields, because this, unlike the Google Play Store works, the App Store can indexate only one word. So it's not necessary to duplicate the words. You can save your space and use more target keywords or like other keywords to increase your search visibility. This is the first thing I want to mention. Also, if we're going further, we can see here the featured reviews. So featured reviews are those reviews that you can see directly from the app page. Here we can see that not all of them have a developer response, and not all of them are actually positive. This is not a very good, of course, situation, but looks like you guys are working with this. But still, there is one more review which has not response. Guys, you should take care about this. I will talk about this a bit later. Now I want to focus more on one of the most important part of the ASO. It's a competitor research and overview. So first of all, I think before you start to make some optimization, of course, you need to focus on what are your competitors doing. This is very important because it might help you to understand what users can like and what they are looking for. So here we can see the Audio Fix, our application. The first thing we can see that almost all apps from this segment have some problems with the average rating. So this is probably a common situation for this kind of apps. But the thing that I want to mention is that not all the apps from this segment have a video. This is very important because we usually suggest to test all these things, like to have or not to have video, because it might have significant influence on your conversion rate. Not always video affects in a good way to your conversion. So guys, I'm not sure, I don't know your like ASO history. Probably you have tested these things, but if not, you certainly need to do this, because like not all of the apps have this thing. Then moving forward, I would like to speak about text optimization, because for non-gaming apps, this is a very significant part of ASO. And here we can see keywords research. Here are all keywords searched by popularity score. Let me just enter some relevant keywords. For example, audio editor. And yes, my internet is is kind of slow. Sorry, this is also this has always happened. Wait, I will reload the page. So yes, you should like for apps from non-gaming industry, text optimization is very important, and you should focus more on this aspect. For example, yes, finally, here we have some. I think one of the most, and no, sorry for this. It's just because I'm basing in Tel Aviv in Israel, so the connection can be probably not that good enough that I wanted.
No problem. Maybe I can jump in with another question. Max.
Sure.
What I meant is that if you, for example, are targeting keywords like podcast and podcasts, so singular plural, and podcast might be a little bit more interesting because of the popularity index than podcasts. It's better to include podcast in your metadata, because you're saving one letter, and because it's exact match for the search term, it will rank higher. So it will get indexed stronger on the App Store. That's what I meant. But it's always a trade-off. So if it makes more sense in some way to do the plural because it fits more the wording or something like that, then you can also do this. So it's a really minor change between the two of them. Okay, now you can proceed, I guess.
Yeah, so finally, here we come. So I try to filter all these keywords by popularity, first of all, and secondly, by the most relevant keywords to your application. So here we have an audio editor keyword, and as we can see, there is no audio fix app, even in top 15, even in top 20. So guys, you need to work on this keyword particularly because it is the most relevant and the most it has higher search popularity comparing with others. As we can see further, like almost all keywords connecting with audio editing, there are no your application. This is also points for growth for you guys. And here we come. This is your application. Actually, it took the first place by the branded keyword audio fix. So guys, I'm just in case I'm looking for American App Store. You need to work with this category of requests because these are more relevant and target keywords for you. Actually, one more thing I wanted just to check by now. Here I already opened the App Store with your application, and just checking one thing. This is the US app page, and as we all know, I hope so, that the Yes Mexico local is also working for US region. So if you want to increase your search popularity, guys, I'm very sorry again for my internet, but still, as we all know that Mexican local is working for US region as well. So if you want to increase your search popularity in US region, you can use all the fields in Mexico local for US. So here we are, or not. Yes. Here we have Spanish data. Guys, if the Mexico is not your target region, only 15 reviews probably is not your target region. You can use this this local for US. So just filling your English metadata here in app name and in subtitle, and of course in the keywords field in App Store Connect, you will increase the amount of keywords for indexing in US region. So this is very important. Unfortunately, not all the guys probably know this, but this is a common thing for US region for App Store only. Also, just a couple words about the screenshots. As we can see here, is the mock-up of App Store page, the product page. Despite the video we have here, here is the part of screenshot we can see, and the slogan is very, it's not really readable actually from the search. So guys, you also need to work on this situation because probably not all of users will understand what is your app about, because slogan is actually the first thing that can tell user the story about your application, because like as we all know, not all the guys will read this full description. So yeah, the one of the I think important suggestion here is to work on this slogans font, because it's very important. Actually, these are the main things that I wanted to highlight, but summing up all these things, it is very important to work with ratings and reviews. As I said at the beginning of my story, that you have some not problems but issues with the average rating. How you can improve this situation is, the answer is very easy. First of all, you should work and solve the problems that people write in the reviews, and of course respond to all these reviews, because sometimes there are there are situations that user can change its feedback, and this is most common situation for those guys who are working on the reviews. So here we can see, let us just browse the feature reviews. So we will focus only on important reviews that we have. Basically, just like a couple of words about why we splitting this average rating by stars and by reviews. This is two different things that AppFollow have. We calculate rating basing on those reviews who has some text in it, and we are also calculating separately the rating that doesn't have any text. This is important to understand why you have some troubles with it. So here I have Russian, I don't understand why. I think it's time to continue with some other requests that you sent to us, because like the time is limited.
Flying by.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I just wanted to sum up the working with ratings and reviews is also the part of ASO, and you should take care about this thing as well. Okay, so moving further, here we have this request that you sent. Just to be fair, we will choose the apps randomly. So here we have 41 requests. Here we're going with our randomizer. And the number 37. And it's only App Store, so we will continue with it. I think I saw guys in the chat from this application.
Yeah, just the last comment. Funny enough.
Yep. Okay. So let us start our live audit session. First thing that we can see in US market is that there are quite less keywords that you can actually have in this application. So chicken video messaging, probably this is kind of a social network with video, or like platform where you communicate your emotions, your feelings to people you love. Johannes, how do you think this app is quite similar to probably Skype or something like that?
It looks a little bit like it, yeah. First thing I would say, I really like the screenshots, to be honest, because they are not that static like most of them are. Really big captions, so it's easy to read. Also a little bit, focus on the target audience, maybe younger people with emojis. I really like those, to be honest. Is there a video? Yeah, there is an app preview. Okay, very good. So on the graphical side, I really like this, to be honest.
Yeah, the screenshots are good, but you need to remember that App Store has a dark mode, as we can see here, and the web screenshots will be very good in the dark mode, but this the dark one, I'm not sure if it will be kind of readable.
Ah, the fourth one, yeah, sure.
Yeah,
good point.
So, yeah, probably you need to just check probably manually on your device how it looks like, because there is no official statistic like how many people switch on the dark mode, but still you need to take in account this thing as well. And like I really like the slogans, because bigger fonts is very good, because you can see the CTA words just from the search, like send, group, add, so you can make some conclusions about like what app is about. Yeah, but once again, if we have probably this is let's try a Chinese region, right? The icon is okay, it's not working. Guys, if you're still here, which region you want to know?
One thing comes to mind. I have the page open right now. You're only using 4 screenshots. You have a little bit more room, like you might know, at least 6 more slots. Maybe you could use them. And also, okay, not everybody is scrolling through 10 screenshots. I know that. But if you're maybe advertising on Apple Search Ads, which might be a good idea for this video messaging service, because there are a lot of similar apps, so competitors you can jump on and steal traffic from them. You can use the additional screenshots from maybe slot 5 to 10 to make creative sets. And these creative sets you can use for some kind of an A/B testing in the App Store. So you're just creating sets of 3 screenshots, which are not the default sets, so not the first ones, and playing an ad on just a few keywords with them, and then see if the conversion rates differ from this new set. That's a very good idea to test your screenshots with that. And there's also a calculator, an Excel spreadsheet from Feature, from a growth consultancy from Berlin, which makes it a little bit more statistical relevant. So they use a calculator to say if from a 19 to 99 confidence level, that's a really significant A/B test. That's something you can do with additional screenshots. And also it's something for the explorative users, like Anna said earlier.
Yeah, true. So actually we get the answer from Stefan in the chat that they are open only for US and Canada region. Guys, you have a very good potential to open worldwide, because these kind of apps are very popular in LATAM region and also in Arabic region. So there are a lot of video messaging apps, and probably you should take a look at like what they are doing there, like the competitors. And there's a huge potential for you to localize this application. This is just a good regions for your kind of apps. A little bit market analysis here. And yes, speaking of just about the text optimization, Real Talk with the friends and family is a good description of the application, but it's not really good subtitle in terms of search. So probably if you are just launched, it is better to focus more on some popular keywords to grow on. And then when you will have some install base, you will work more on branding story. So I actually advise you to use some relevant to video messaging keywords in subtitles, because it's a very good place for indexating for words to indexate. So this is about the search optimization.
Yeah, definitely. And as I'm seeing the 43 ratings, they are 5 stars, so really good. But there are quite a few of them, because you're only targeting US and Canada, and maybe US, or obviously US is your biggest app store front. So you might use the review controller from Apple to drive up ratings. There's a native prompter you can include since, I don't know, iOS 10.3, I guess, to ask users right inside the app if they want to rate the app. And if you use a good time for this, where the user is happy and where something worked, or they have some kind of a good moment in the app and seen a lot of it and used features, then you can ask them and they can tap in like 2 seconds and leave a review for the App Store, which drives up quality and quantity of ratings, which is also good. It's not only good for conversion, but also for the search algorithms. So for your keyword rankings.
So that's true. A very good point. So I think let us continue with some other apps. Guys, if you still have some questions about your app, just ask us in the chat. We will come to them a little bit later. So let us go with the next application, number 3. And let us take a Google Play now. Perfect.
That's only iOS, isn't it?
Nope. There was a Google Play.
There's a Google one. Yeah.
Everything is fair. Guys, don't forget to send us the links to your application in chat. We will audit them a little bit later. So here we have a new application, text and print invitation maker. And let us give some seconds to make a short description here. So lots of review, actually, more than 5,000. Let us take a look at full description. Comparing with App Store, in Google Play, full description have a significant influence on search. So you have a good chance to fill in all the keywords in this full description and to increase your search visibility. Some Spanish words probably here. Okay. So yeah, here we can see the subtitle: birthday party, birthday shower, bridal shower. So bridal shower. Okay, so here we have an application with the postcards. And actually, I think Johannes, how do you think the text optimization is quite okay? I mean, the amounts of keywords are pretty high. Probably for
I'm
this
not familiar with the vertical, to be honest. So I'm not sure if those are relevant keywords and with high popularity, but looks good in order you used the space. Yeah, that's true.
At least the full space is used. Probably here not 80 symbols, but still a very good usage. Actually, we forgot to say that like as soon as Google Play has its own A/B testing instrument inside, for these kind of apps, it's very good to try to test this short description thing. And as I see now, there is a tendency to use a lot of emoji inside the short description. So probably you can also use it here, because a lot of party things, probably you will increase your conversion with this emoji. This is a point for testing.
Yeah, and I'm seeing one thing because there's invitation maker doubled in the title and the short description. Sometimes that helps a little on the keywords if you just increase the density of keywords, but I wouldn't do that in the title and the short description. That's more a thing for the long description. Their density really matters, so it's good to repeat keywords you have in the title and in the short description in the long description, and also repeat keywords of the long description in the long description. But I would use single keywords, so no duplication in the metadata above.
Good point.
Usually.
Actually, yes, speaking about the full description as well, for those who probably do not know, there is an instrument, Google Natural Language, and we noticed, like based on our cases, we noticed that if the full description has a coefficient of this in this instrument, like 0.8 and higher, you have more chances to be indexed and to like increase your search visibility. So despite the thing that you need to include all the keywords in the full description, be like take care about how it looks like comparing with native language. So it is important to not forget this thing also, because the text should be readable. And
yeah, so no keyword spamming or something like that, because maybe you get lower rankings or even punished by Google because that's strictly against the guidelines. So very thin line there. You have to, like Anna said, make it readable. Not like a great literature, but at least readable for humans. Yeah.
True. Also, the one thing I want to mention as well, before we come to the screenshot, because I think there are lots of things can be done here. For those who probably don't know, the bundle ID in Google is indexating as well, and here we have the brand name doubled. So it's so the brand name is doubled here. Probably if you not really care about this brand name itself, you can remove it from the app title and use this space more wisely. I mean, to fill in like some keywords. This is just also one thing, because you still will indexating by this word because it is in your bundle ID.
Yeah,
the package name, I mean.
Might be an interesting thing for all others, because this bundle ID package name, how it's called on Google Play, you can't change it afterwards. So you only can define it for a new app and not an existing one. And it's really important for keywords. It almost has a leverage like the keyword field in the App Store. So if there's anyone who is planning on submitting a new app, really pay attention to this package name and insert 1, 2, maybe 3 keywords there, because it's in the URL. Nobody will pay attention to it, and it really helps your search rankings. Yeah.
Yes, that's true. The situation is completely different in App Store, because the developer name only can be indexed, not the package name. So still pay attention to this, but more for Google. So speaking about the screenshots, first thing I think we need to mention is that the background color is with some pattern, and this slogan is very hard to read. So probably you need to put it on some different color, or make it more bright, because I think from search even I cannot see it very good from the browser up page. And speaking about the small devices, I think it's good points for growth for you guys, because the slogans is very important for the conversion, especially for the first screenshots, and they are not really readable by now. Probably you will change the background color, or the slogans itself.
And maybe also reduce the text a little. I find it a little bit too much for screenshots. More short and bold, big captions might be a little bit easier to read and also quicker to read, because you don't have that much time. A user will spend like 7 or maybe 10 seconds to the maximum on a product page. And I would spend at least 10 seconds to read the first 3 screenshots. So to reduce it a little, and then also readability is not that much of a problem anymore.
True. So do remember about the call to action words and the slogans. This is important. So Johannes, do you have something to tell about this application as well? Let's just see the reviews. Yes, so here we actually have a lot of reviews, like more than 5,000, and still we can see that none of them are not, like some of them are not replied. Also, guys, take care about this thing as well. It is very important. And also take care about dislikes, because this is very negative review, and it has already four helpful signs. So we need to work on this as well. Just try to put them down, so they are not that visible as they are now. This is important because it influences on the conversion as well.
Yeah, totally. So, and if you answer negative reviews and maybe can come up with a solution for the problem, because a user just is not getting a feature or has a bug you can fix easily, you can also turn a 1-star review into 5 stars. Yeah? And if that's showing up on the first page on your product page, then this is a huge changer for other visitors, of course. Yeah.
So Evgenia is asking in the chat, like, what about the putting keywords in the screenshots? So Johannes, what do you think about this suggestion?
We tested it actually a couple of years ago. If there are some OCR mechanics, because Google does this on the web, but we didn't saw any increase or of keyword rankings if we included them on the screenshots. But There's a positive effect called visual word recognition. So if you type in a keyword like maybe invitation maker, and this is something, this is more important on the App Store than on Google Play, to be honest. But if the user sees invitation maker in the title, in the short description, and maybe on the screenshots, he is more attracted to click on this app. So conversion will drive up because he's typing in the keyword and also sees this on the metadata and product page. So yeah, using same wordings might be good for the conversion, but not for search rankings in my experience, to be honest. Do you have another one, Anna, or is it the same?
Because yeah, it's more work on the users, like recognition of your application, not for search, but good for conversion, maybe.
Yeah.
This is a good hypothesis to test. Okay.
Oh, and file names are not indexed as well, Raphael. All tested, never worked.
Let us review one more app, and then we will take something from the chat. So because they also send us some requests. So here I opened the Google Play as well. It's for the editor again. Very good app name. It's also using the free keyword. Actually, for those who didn't know, the free keyword is banned by App Store, so never try to use it there because your app will be rejected with this update. Google still allow this thing, but also be careful about this. But actually, from the ASO point of view, the app name is very good. So the collage maker, editing maker, and editing collage is, but still there is a duplication of the word. But so there are some points for growth here, but still the app name is quite okay in the ASO term.
Definitely. And also, like we said earlier, there are keywords in the package name, in the bundle ID, which is also really good.
Sure. Speaking about the screenshots, yes, again, the slogans are very beautiful, but it's I first when I opened the page, I thought it's Arabic language because it's really hard to understand like what is written there. So definitely try to A/B test different fonts because like here it more looks like a part of the picture, but not the slogan for marketing screenshot. This is a thing.
Yeah, and maybe use some backgrounds other than white because yeah, it not differs much from the rest of the product page. So maybe there's really some room for A/B tests with different captions, different backgrounds, maybe different order of the screenshots. On Google Play Experiments, you can do all of this. Yeah.
And localization. This is very, I think there's a room and plenty room for testing here because, for example, take the, I don't know, the Spanish region. Lots of apps from these categories, like photo editing, they used to localize not only the text metadata, but also the screenshots. For example, if here we can see these girls and like only girls by now, for other regions, they use different kinds of people, different probably like the man person, the female and male personage. This is a very good thing for A/B testing in this segment. And here we have none for Spain actually. We can see Arabic region. And okay, so so let us take the same pictures, and even the slogans are not localized. Guys, if you work on the title, oh my god, I broke everything because of Arabic language. If you localize the app name I think there is a chance to localize the slogans for the screenshots. This is very important to keep all the up page, in the same style and the same language, because it is an effect on the conversion. Let us take some apps from the chat, I think. So there are 7 apps I can see. Let us take the game, probably. There were no games with us today. Wait.
Yeah, true.
Oops. Just a second. Johannes, can you see the applications?
I can see them. I'm looking through them. Where we have a game.
Probably I found some. Wait. And here is...
Really no game here.
Okay, so probably this is a game, but I'm not sure. No. Okay. Still, this is a request from the chat. I think I saw this up also in the request before. Congratulations, we picked up you by random. So here is Gila dating app chat match date for free. Actually, there was a question in the chat before. Free keyword is banned to use in App Store only in visual metadata. So in app name and subtitle, you still can use it in the keywords field, but no in the visual metadata.
Yeah, to be clear, you can insert it into the keyword fields. This won't get rejected, but it's more or less useless because free is indexed for free, to be honest. So if there's something like free printing app or I don't know, or free game, or you have only to insert game into your keyword field, and free will get indexed, and also combinations with it. With no indexation in the keyword fields, but you can do it. It won't make sense.
Sometimes, yeah, it depends on the search popularity of the request you have in your semantics. Yeah. So yes, here we have a Gila dating app.
You have to screen share again, I guess.
The screenshots. Wait.
No, your screen is not shared anymore. At least for me.
Sorry, guys, didn't notice that. Just one moment. And here we go. So now it's okay.
Looks good.
So perfect. First thing I want to mention is that I really like screenshots because they are very catchy. I mean, lots of like relevant girls for this kind of application, and probably it should convert good. But also the font. Here we can see how it looks like in the up page. Probably you should play with some backgrounds, just like to add more colors to it, not to make it bright, so it will mix up with the fonts, but still to make it more brighter. And also, same about the icon. Probably this is very very personal opinion, but still, as for my experience, there were a lot of A/B testing in my life with this icon thing, and the brightest icons convert more usually. So this is also a point for testing for you guys.
Definitely, and maybe there's some room for improvement with using a video. If you think about that Google will autoplay videos in the near future, maybe this is something you can target as well, and A/B test also with experiments on Google Play.
Agree.
How are the ratings looking?
Wait. Oh, here we have really a lot, and actually the rating is quite good. Despite this, we still have some negative reviews here, and they are quite long and have likes, as we can see here, 19 likes. It's more about the cost of the app, but still, guys, don't forget to work with this. Yeah, but still, here are some responses. But this is for sure the points of growth. But the average rating is quite nice. 4.3 is a very good result. But you know, the difference between 4.3 and 4.4 in Google Play is huge, especially if you have a lot of installs per day. You will see this difference for sure if you will increase this rating for at least 0.1 point.
Definitely. Google will come up with a similar rating prompt also in the near future, which you can include into the app and push positive ratings into the store. But in my experience, it's more beneficial on Google Play to a little bit playing with feedback forms and mobile support in the app to filter negative feedback, which might come to the store, because I don't know why, to be honest, to this day, but people tend to rate more on Google Play than on the App Store. It's almost in every vertical like this. So if you have like some help center or chat in the app where people can contact you with problems they have with the app, or you're prompting feedback alerts with some kind of contact form inside the app, you might be able to filter some of these 1-star ratings out of the store. Depends on the product where you can do this, but usually there's a way to insert this into the app.
True, very good point. This actually works very good for all verticals. Actually, I saw one game. It was sent to the chat by someone. I thought I saw it.
Just okay. Like, Natalie from, I don't know how it's called, Healy or Healy, responded in the comments that they already have a video and waiting for the autoplay. Very good. That was my suggestion. Maybe it's coming in the next weeks. We don't know.
And yes, here, as I can see the name, Shadow Fight 3. So here is our first game. And just a couple of seconds to let it download. Yeah, it's App Store, Shadow Fight. And it's very popular. It took 11 place in role-playing category. So Johannes, what are you thinking about this game?
Okay, I really like the icon. It's very good designed. For the screenshots, they are landscape, which makes sense because the game is in landscape mode. I'm a little bit not against, but not so for captions under the screenshots, so on the bottom line of screenshots, because they're usually not that good readable as captions on top of the screenshots. But you have to look if that's working with the game UI, because you have the health bars on top and there might be not enough room for captions. I'm seeing this problem. Yeah. But I really like the product page. I find it really good. They also have a feature banner on top of it. Quite good already.
These look very dynamic. Actually, a very good point about the slogans located on the bottom. Never think about this in this way, because like lots of games actually use this tactic to locate the slogans there. But the thing is that I agree with is that it is kind of hard to read them now, because a lot of dynamic things are happening on the background. So probably users are more focused on these buttons. and slogans cannot be readable. That's like a lot in a good way, I mean. So probably you need to highlight them somehow, either to put it on the separate background, or to probably highlight the CTA words. For example, exciting 3D fights, so users can easily understand that you have the 3D fights inside. So just highlight the main words and make the slogans more bright for the user. This is my point.
Good idea. Paulina's also in the chat. Did you test a video? Because for games and especially on landscape, this also might be a good idea to test with.
Yes, it seems like
didn't work well. Okay, fair enough.
And okay, Google Play also launched the autoplay actually like today or a couple of days ago. It's still not working for all devices, but guys, especially for Android developers, just know this thing, because like in a couple of months, video in Google Play will convert probably more than now due to autoplay. Okay, so we have one more app from the chat. It's, wait, I will copy it. It is Google Play. It's a radio app. I think I have some strange localization because it's Portuguese or yeah, wait. So probably Spanish it's Spanish, Spanish-oriented one, but I'm not speaking Spanish, so probably we will open the English version.
Unfortunately, neither.
But still, as we can see, my internet still have some problems with the connection. The app name is like, I think they use all symbols that they can, so this is a good enough. Let us open the English version, or at least default local. The icon is kind of unique, actually. It's a very interesting idea to use this scissors as a part of like cutting icon.
Yeah, I like the simple idea, but maybe also room for testing without the letters, so without radio cut in it, because that's a little bit different to difficult to read on smaller scale, and it also duplicates with the title, especially on Google Play, where you have the icon and the title in search and no screenshots. So maybe you can use the symbol and come up with some other idea without any words in it, maybe.
Yes, agree. And if you test the icon, the background also probably might work for you, because like white on the white icon on the white background, it's not that contrast enough. So probably also it will be good if you test the background. It will look like brighter and more attractive than now. So the text optimization, yeah, guys, you're doing good job. So you fill in all the symbols, I think. They're quite long. Lots of keywords I can see here, like radio online, biggest radio. Still, you need to take care about the dynamics of the keywords, so and constantly optimizing the text metadata to increase your search visibility. And here it comes with the video and screenshots. I will not play the video because it will, like, my computer will stuck probably. So take a look at the screenshots. Johannes, what do you think about that?
I would say one thing about the video, and especially the promo banner, like earlier for photo print. You guys can't see it right now. Maybe you can switch the Store Maven extension to English, then everyone can see it. Others, it is already United States. Okay. Yeah, maybe you can check it yourself on the store. There are very little icons showing on the promo banner, and one icon and the wording underneath is totally blocked from the play button of the video. So you really need to pay attention to what is visible for the user, because there's this huge play button for the video on top of it. And also the icons are very small and the captions are a little hard to read. So I would work on this because, as I mentioned earlier, the promo banner will take up the whole screen. And if the user doesn't scroll onto the left, nobody will see any other graphic than this feature graphic.
That's true. Actually, a very good argument. And if I'm not mistaken, the eBay just updated the video they have, and they have just particularly splitted the feature graphic into parts. And on the right part, they highlighted the brand name, the eBay, and on the left part they put some objects, etc. So this looks really good, and this is not harm to your brand, and this is still all objects are visible. So check out, if I'm not mistaken, the eBay has this thing. Just a proof of Johannes' words. And the screenshot. Yeah, I still have some complicated with the moving of the screenshots, but as we can see on the first screenshot, the slogan is also a little bit less visual than it can be, and probably too many words, so you can cut the slogan probably and make it in one string. Because of a lot of objects we can see here, like different radios. This is a good thing to highlight. I think
that's a good point. Just including short captions and assist with graphical highlights on the screenshots. So not just displaying the screenshots as it is in the app, but highlighting those kind of areas who are which feature is shown on the screenshot and which is corresponding with the captions. This is also a very good technique to guide the user's eyes a little bit. And maybe you can also test with different backgrounds, because it's also just blue and not really motivating for the user in order to scroll further down the line. Backgrounds don't have to be really lifestyle or just using all kinds of colors, but with some gradients and some connection between them, the user might scroll a little bit further down the screenshot set, and therefore seeing more features about your app, which usually drives up conversion.
Totally agree. Yeah, so guys, we're a little bit running out of the time. So let us sum up all these key things for ASO that we have highlighted today. So first of all, I think it's a lot of graphic work that all guys should do, because A/B testing is a very good channel to understand what your users like and to increase your conversion for all kinds of traffic sources, not only organic, but also your paid channels. Also, Johannes, what do you want to highlight from today's session?
Because and also all graphical work and all A/B tests you're doing on the product page, as I mentioned in the beginning, are not only good for ASO and your keyword rankings, but also for all other marketing channels. So every dollar you spend on user acquisition, on performance marketing, or users you drive from your website into the store, all they are going to benefit from A/B testing and a product page with it, which is conversion optimized. So I would say graphic optimization is the most important thing. And the other thing is just keep an eye on browse traffic. So what you can do to get featured or get more prominent in the top charts by switching conversions, switching categories. And yeah, contextual work is also important, but it gets a little less important than it was the years before, I guess.
True. Agree. And still, A/B testing is free for Google, so do not forget to use this channel. Also, I would like to say a couple of words about text optimization. Please do not forget about App Store support locals for each regions, because there are lots of things that you might not know now, but there are a lot of sources, like both AppFollow and other ASO platforms have these materials you can read. It is very important to keep an eye on the industry, because everything is changing like day by day, and App Store and Google Play changing their algorithms. So we're working on this material information that we can give to you guys, because this is very important to understand which changes we have now and what probably will be in the future.
True. Very good. Then
so I think,
should we call it a night?
Yep. Guys, thank all of you for joining us today. Thanks all for those who are still with us. Remember that, first of all, this video session was recorded, so you can find it probably on YouTube. I will send the links. And also you can ask us questions whenever you want, both in LinkedIn, in Facebook, and some other sources. Keep in touch and let us make the ASO industry stronger together.
Yeah, don't hesitate to add us on LinkedIn, on Twitter, wherever you like, and reach out for questions. So yeah, it was fun. Thank everybody for the great questions and submissions of your apps, and yeah, hope to see you soon.
Thank you, Johannes.
Take care. Bye bye.